I've been making alarmist videos about the economy lately, and the pushback I've gotten is, well, okay, what can we do? And you know what? That's a really valid question. I try not to give investment advice on here because technically I am not qualified to give it. I do not have formal training in wealth management, investment, or even really economics. However, I have been reading The Ticker and Barron since I was 5 and opened my first Roth IRA at 16. I just kind of know about investments through reading. And it alarms me that the average American does not know about this one investment vehicle that is actually pretty important right now. Right now, you hear way too much about real estate, in my opinion. You hear about the stock market, about tech companies. So if you start looking at the way that all of these investments are traditionally valued, so like a stock might be price to earnings ratio, and real estate might be income to average home price. By these metrics, everything is overvalued. Like, it's just, where do you put your money? So if you wanted a conservative investment strategy, something like a US savings bond would be a very conservative place to put your money, except that inflation is too high. So the yield on a US savings bond is very low, and inflation is exceeding that. You would actually technically lose money by purchasing a savings bond, except there is a special category of savings bonds called the inflation bond, and its yield is designed to meet or exceed inflation, which right now is absolutely awesome because I don't even think the stock market is meeting inflation. So those are great. There are limitations on them. You can only buy 10 grand worth of them. Some of them have to be purchased online, and you're not allowed to put them in IRAs, which is basically like a 401k for the private individual, and I don't know why that is. But if you're an average Joe and you've never heard of an I-bond, you should look into it. It's something to know about right now. I'm not going to tell you that you have to buy them, but I think it's wise to know about them, at least. Because rich people sure do know about these. In fact, they're probably taking advantage of this like weird tax loophole where you can buy an additional $10,000 if you create an LLC in your name. And so they're probably buying 20 grand of them right now. But basically, that's how rich people function, so whatever.